Atlassian recently introduced some new changes to Confluence's admin UI, and they've officially launched what they call Mission Control. Now, in this video, I'm going to walk you through all the details so that you know where everything is at, because trust me when I tell you, they've pretty much revamped the entire UI. Now, before we jump into the video, I want to remind you to check out the links down below because I have my merch store, paid courses, and other ways that you can help support this channel. So make sure you check out those links down below. And now let's jump into Mission Control and take an in-depth look. So here we are within Mission Control. And in order to get here, you do need to be a Confluence admin. And all you need to do is click on the gear. And once you click on that gear, you're going to land in this brand new Mission Control. Now, a lot is happening within Mission Control, and I'm going to walk you through every detail that you need to be aware of because this is a very interesting UI that I'm a little bit on the fence still. Now, Mission Control is supposed to give us a little bit of metadata so that we understand what's going on within our environment, and I really do appreciate it. I think it's doing a really, really good job because it helps really paint a picture of what's happening inside of Confluence, which is something that we don't normally get because Confluence is such a user-generated tool, right? All of your users across your company are always adding and removing things, and there's so many changes, so much churn within Confluence, it's kind of hard to keep track. And so with Mission Control, we're able to see at a glance what in the world is going on within our Confluence, and hopefully, fingers crossed, make it a little bit easier for us to manage. So the first thing that Mission Control will show you is the total number of spaces. Now, this is a brand new instance that I'm looking at, and it's not going to show me anything, but this is going to show you all the spaces. And this is good from an admin perspective because if your team's adding a lot of personal spaces or a lot of communal spaces, well, this is going to show you, and it's going to show you the increase, and it's going to give you awareness of how many new users are coming into Confluence or how many new spaces are being created. Now, the total content, this is an interesting one. This is going to show you all the changes that of all the things that everybody in your company is using Confluence for. So all of those pages and everything that's being added daily, this is going to show you just utilization, right? How much is your team actually leveraging Confluence? Because keep in mind, every year, Confluence goes up a little bit more in price. And if you want to help justify that price increase or just the price in general of Confluence, this is going to show you and give you some good proof of like, hey, my team's actually using it. And then finally, we have Confluence searches because one of the more powerful features of Confluence when compared to other tools like SharePoint is that you can really search for everything within your Confluence instance. So all of your pages are searchable and you're going to be able to see who's doing what here. So this is interesting, fun, exciting stuff. Now, down below, this gets even better. This over here is basically from an administrative perspective, something that I really enjoy because I'm going to be able to see if I have guests enabled because this has consequences. When you have guests allowed, then while it's free, we are essentially inviting non-licensed users into our environment. So if you have guests turned on or not, this is going to tell you. But the most recent and something that I really don't like that Atlassian did is that public links are now allowed. And these public links basically allow for anybody in your team to externally share any page that they want with anybody that they want, bypassing any security that you may have. And so this is turned on by default, and I don't like that. And this is going to show you that it's turned on. Luckily, from this UI, you can just simply click on Manage Global Permissions, go into that permission, and turn that off. Similarly, we have the anonymous access, which is not a specific link to a specific page, but rather to a specific space. We can give anybody on the internet access, and as you can see, that probably might not be a good idea. So this is a good place for you to go in and turn that off. And then we have JSM access, which basically allows us to have a knowledge base from Confluence within JSM. And so this is something you can configure, turn on and off. We also have a view of our beta features, which I really, really like. This is going to tell us, hey, do we have beta features turned on or not, right? Because a lot of teams might want to explore whiteboards, which is a really, really cool feature, and databases, which is still very infant. I wouldn't recommend turning that on just yet. And then finally, we get to see our admins at a glance, so we know exactly who is an admin in our space. And so that's the top part. And then we can come down here to space activity, and we can get a better understanding of team and personal spaces, and there's content activity, right? So you're gonna see a lot of what we were looking up here at the top, but now in a more graphical way. So this is some exciting things that are giving you a lot of insight into your public pages, a lot of insight into your public page views. So if your team is actually sharing these pages to the outside world, you're at least going to have some insight and be able to look at that. So I think that this is a really, really interesting UI, one that I'm really, really grateful for, and one that I really, really like, because again, it's so hard to manage Confluence sometimes, right? There's just so much happening, right? And a lot of it is very user generated. It's your team interacting with the tool, using the tool daily, and it becomes really, really difficult to manage the tool. And it becomes really difficult to enforce rules because you don't know what you don't know. And this mission control really does a great job of giving you a 50,000 foot view of what's happening within your Confluence. So if you haven't checked out mission control, I really highly recommend you check it out. I think as an admin, this is one of the cooler features that Atlassian has introduced recently, and I'm really excited for it. So in the comments down below, let me know if you've used Mission Control. Let me know what you're finding useful about it, and let me know if you wish that Mission Control will show you other data. I'm really, really interested to know. And finally, if you want to help support the channel, make sure you check out those links down below because I have my merch store and I have my paid courses that are available to you. And if you want to join my membership program, I also have that available. So that link tree in that description is going to take you to all the different things that I have available. And hopefully you can find something that you'll like and help support the channel. That's it for this video. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.